Hello everyone, welcome. This week I have been working on this new area. This is a new area for the manor house and all the buildings that are being in this manor area. It's just continuing from the game, the one that we have already. So it's out of the town already. So you see there where is the town, and this is just going this path, having to this area. So what I have been creating already is the stables for animals here, and I was creating also a small variant for this granary that is coming from one house that I have. I was creating also the fence here, and I'm working already on the manor house, which is a big one, and have a few more doors, windows, and things like that. So I'm working on it. As you see, it's still not working, not finished, and I have been doing for 2 sessions already, so I will just continue working on it today, and I don't think that we can finish this one in a couple of hours, so I will be also working more days until I finish, because it's a big and you need to recreate everything inside, so it's not so easy to do as just being a model being outside. Also, for example, creating all the stairs or the proxies that they have, it takes a bit of time. So I will just continue what I was doing yesterday. I was just already creating here the doors and corridor, and then creating a few of the proxies here. So I was even trying, the last thing that I was just trying to do is creating stairs where you can just have access to the second floor. For that, what I need to have is a couple of them. So this is something that I was just trying to find where is the right place, because for example here, as you see, what I was just planning is to create maybe a room here, another room here, and put in the middle the chimney, which is taking most of the space. So that's why it's not easy to put or locate the stairs, giving just some space in the first floor to arrive there. And I'm missing here just a wall, and just also giving space on the second floor that you can just need space to arrive there. So I was just trying to find the right place to do that, but at the same time I would like to keep this one closed as the window. So maybe one of the things is just creating here a wall, put here the chimney, and then another wall here, and creating a couple of them to be to the second floor. Good morning, second Dev. Welcome. Oops, I forgot about music. You are coming today on time. It's just the first one coming, I think. So what I'm trying to do, I was just finishing yesterday to just arrive at the last minute. Is finding the way where to put the stairs to the second floor, so all the steps, and also keeping like relative easy to be the room. So the main thing is here in the middle I need to put the chimney that I'm just planning to put, and then it needs to be access for both of them. So I was thinking that create something here in the middle, and then create maybe here a wall, so this square is being busy, and then another small wall here, and do exactly the same, but I need to have at least some space to go in this room with the chimney. So that's why I'm trying to find where to put the stairs, giving some space on the first floor to arrive there, and also giving some space on the second floor, so you are just not arriving to the wall and having a small place to just to rotate when you are walking. And the thing is, I need to have like around 1 meter to have these collisions working well, because the capsule is 45 centimeters, so at least 1 meter. And what I have is 4 meters here, more or less, I think. So that's why it's taking a bit of space, and not even more. I think it's 6 meters here, or I don't remember. I was just doing on Blender. So that's why I'm trying to find a place that is going well. I don't know exactly, so I will add maybe walls at the moment, and then creating also the chimney, or at least the space that is being used by this chimney, to try to figure out better how to put those stairs. At the moment I really don't know that. So I will, this is the stairs that we have. I will create maybe a group for them, so I can just move them later. There's the star here. Moment. So I will create a group, new group, stairs, until I have already the right place to be. So select all of them. This is the proxy for the stairs. Also this one, Control G, and group stairs. So let's say I can just do that, like remove them and select all of them. I think yes, I can select this one. I have them also here being selected, and I can just move. So this is something that I'm trying to do. Easy to move all the proxies already. So let's try with the walls. The first thing that I'm doing is, if we are just saying that the stair here, is just creating a wall this way, and even like you see, because for example using this small square for the chimney could be even too much, but that's fine. And then using for example the wall here matching with this, we have only this space, and I'm afraid that this is not enough to play just going on this. So what I'm doing right now is creating a proxy and then simulating the chimney. Oops, no, duplicate first. Las escaleras no son difíciles, el problema está en que hay que ajustar bien todo el tema de los proxies para que tengas espacio para moverte. Si lo he hecho, sí, todas las casas tienen ya... uy, perdón, esta dirección... Vamos a ver... Todas las casas tienen, esa no porque es pequeña, pero por ejemplo aquí, esta de aquí que tiene segunda planta, sí lo tiene, ¿vale? Entonces esta tiene aquí segunda planta y tienes también escaleras, tienes incluso una habitación y tienes otra segunda habitación aquí donde tienes también paso para segunda habitación, o sea, todo esto aquí se mueve. Esta es una, pero por ejemplo esta otra casa también tiene segunda planta en la que también he hecho las escaleras para subir a la segunda planta, que por supuesto todo funciona. Yeah, you're lucky. Well, I'm doing also from scratch. The only thing is I don't want to be like really huge, big buildings, and that's the reason that I need to create something smaller, very accurate to the space. So you have here the rooms, as you see. So you can go to another place. So everything is working, even being inside, to be for the second floor, for example. So all of them are just working. Or this one, so let's go on this. So you can go this on the top. I can just take this to have more light. So you see that everything are being working, and also I have this the tower for the chart, which is big one, but it's completely also done with stairs. So you see here, and you can just walk the wall stairs here. So let's play. Move. What is happening? Okay, it's moving. So you see that I can just walk in all the steps to the top. So yeah, I have been doing a few of them already. So that's working everything. As you see, there are a lot of them already. Yeah, but the thing is, for my buildings, need to be like something realistic, and cannot be like usually, for example, Dark Souls or things like that, having like 300 meters for one room without any single column, which is almost impossible to implement things like that. So I'm just trying to do upgrade something small, not much space, and this is the problem with all the proxies that I have, you know. So that's the problem with the buildings, that I need to do something really small, and this is hard to have everything being working well with the proxies. Привет, брезер. Добро пожаловать. The eye is not so complex, really much easier just to create, for example, going to this point and then going to this one, or for example having like a box collision round or just a sphere collision. So if the player is going inside of this one, it's then the way to move this to the opposite direction from the or going on the same direction as the forward vector of the player, things like that. So it's not really uh, too hard to do that, or implementing this one. It's not really so hard. The problem with the houses is easy, but this is a lot of small details. Just for centimeters is not enough for your door or even the corridor, and then you need to adjust everything single thing. And for example here trying to do like these stairs, but also having a few space for the rooms, because I cannot use like a, I don't know, 20 meters square for the building or one room, because this is not realistic. They were not using, as I say, rooms at the same side as Dark Souls, because it's fantasy, that's fine, but here needs to be quite of accurate. So even there are some few buildings or houses that they have like 30 meters square or even less, which is much more realistic. So this is something really small that they were using, you know. And I try to keep also all the things like supporting here, the sticks are supporting the real structure, and yeah, here for example you see, and you have also the base with stones, things like that, be more realistic than just having 100 meters square for one single house, which is just not realistic at all. Yeah. So that's something that I'm trying to do. The first thing that I'm doing is just creating here like small location, rotation, scale maybe. So I will try to create here like small proxy simulating the chimney, so we can just try to move around to see how it's going. So let's say that is using 2 meters and 2 meters more or less. I think this is 2 meters ready. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's say that we will try to cross on this way, and for that what I need to do is wall 7, and we'll see how it's going, because I don't want to just move everything and then figure out that it's not passing, not working well. So that is the first step, just trying to find with proxies only where can I put all the things that I need. As Manor here, import. That is really easy, just to have some sample projects that you can just check everything. What are you using, Unity? Okay, let's try to walk inside. Let's say we go on this way and then open this one, and we have here a proxy, I see, and yeah, it's not passing. I mean, this one is blocking, so I don't have enough space for that. So maybe what I need to do is creating something smaller. Okay, so this is not enough. Okay, so in case that using these 2 meters, I will just try to do 1.5, and then let's try also 1.5 here, so it will be something smaller. And now should be enough. I think it's enough already. If you want just to know about the code, I mean, how are they being implemented, for example, with the one like trying to find a path to arrive to some place, just check this asterisk algorithm, and you will have there all the code have been implemented 100 times already on internet. You can just download and check about this algorithm and to see how they are being working. Okay, let me see about the proxy if this one is smaller. Yeah. Okay, so now we have space because the proxy being smaller, we have enough space to be in this room. And then I could just try to create the walls here, but in that case the chimney is smaller. Yeah, and we can go also this direction here. Yes. Well, that's the idea for the tree, that you are just removing the kind of the option that cannot be, and just reducing the search of the places or points in each branch. So that's why you're using like a tree algorithm instead of using, for example, floating with graphs or things like that. So yeah, you can try this. There is also a web about this information if I can find it. If I can find this, let me just try to find this link. If I still have this, I cannot find it right now. No, sorry. This one. This way you can find a lot of documents about a lot of documents. Some of them are a bit older, but you have really a lot of information there. Yeah, nav mesh is also exactly the same. You are just using a tree to remove the nodes that are forbidding or not forbidding, and then you are just moving to the next location, so the next spot, and then calculate again for the next one and so on. Yeah. Okay. So if I'm using the size of this one for the chimney, this one could be fine. So I will just create here a wall for that, and I need to create the extrude, just going like that. Something like this. Of course I'm using all the mirrors, so all of them have been duplicated, but I will use only this one and this one, so I have symmetric ports there here. But yeah, for testing, so this is XE, so I will have kind of a chimney like that, so it's just of course matching with the walls, so something like that. That's fine, it's not, yeah, fine, something like that. So you have going on this wall, and then you go there and so on. So I will just duplicate this one as a new name will be chimney, and I will just improve later. Chimney that needs to be on export, so it will be just a box that you can see. And the material that I need to use is a new one, and select bricks. For that I need to create also an UV just for avoiding the errors there. Doesn't matter, I'm really not using this surface later, so mark seam and wrapping. That's just to avoid problems with the UVs. Another thing that I'm missing is this one. This is one of the wall. What I need to do is just extend this one a bit, like moving on GE 0.05, and then extending also. I hope it's just matching well with, and then going this way, so we have already a wall that we can use sticks. And if I'm just checking the sticks right now, since this wall is a bit big, so I need to move it like here, so this is matching already with them. In fact, I need to move both. Okay, so let's move now both of them, so we are just matching with this one, and should be also matching with the top one. Exactly, so we are just also matching, and then this is a real wall. Export. So supposed to be that this is the, well, let's put some bricks. Bricks. Oops. I think I have something that we can use as yeah. That's something broken, but doesn't matter, it's just fine. Just having a reference for that. We don't have any proxy here, which is fine. Sorry. So using this door, coming from this point, use the door, coming here, should be here the chimney, or we can just create a small wall here to be nicer. And there is no way to go here, or could be, yeah, could I have this one already? Or I can just use this one on this direction to have this door here. Seems better this way, because then in that case you have both rooms in your side. So this is yours, and also you have access to this one, so you go to this top also, and then go to your room here also on the top. Okay, and this is completely closed for this is your chimney here, and I can just put a new stairs here for the top. So it's like two different buildings. Oops, I think What is this? Ah, this is the door. I see, need to be... I see. The problem if I'm not opening enough degrees, you are just colliding with the proxy. That's why I need to put a few degrees enough for being able to cross this. But in that case, you see on there, or maybe you can just try to move from the blueprint. Okay. A bug. Where is the bug? A problem with the doll. So here is just maybe moving a bit. So we are really matching with the wall here. Okay. Play. Open this. The problem is, as you see, that you don't have enough space to move here, which is just the proxies are blocking the player. Sorry, I didn't get it. And I need also to create. I see it's second proxy for that. Okay. This is the problem. I cannot just move there, so I could just try to maybe move a bit the proxies here. But in that case, let me see what is happening with the door. So I will just try to open here. Okay. In that case, that's fine. But the problem is we don't have enough space to move. I could just try maybe create here 90 degrees instead of 58, 90. So opening a bit more. This is the tedious part. That's trying to adjust completely all the proxies and doors and everything like that for all the building. It takes really time, and this is not about modeling at all. So open this door. It's fine here, but this is blocking the player. So there is not enough space in this small part here. So I need to move at least, I don't know, maybe some of the things here. So let's say the door is fine, but what I need to do is maybe moving this proxy. I will move a little bit the proxy here, not this, not this, this one. Well, in fact it's already quite far from this, so yeah, I think we have a problem. Or I can just try to move a bit the wall here a little bit. Just moving this this wall could be maybe giving me a bit of space to do that. Yep. We have a small problem. Oops, no. Oh, it's completely frozen the computer. I don't know what is happening. Okay, finally. Exactly the same problem. We don't have enough space. If I'm just moving a bit the door, maybe. The problem is it will be colliding with the wall. Even not like that. So I don't know what the problem is. What is exactly happening here? It's not giving me the option to move there. I could just try to move even more this proxy. So something like that. Every time I'm importing it takes like 30-40 seconds where my computer is completely frozen. Okay, finally. Let's try again. I think the problem is about a few centimeters. So I'm just trying to find exactly moving. Okay, so now moving. It's moving, and you cannot see, for example, here colliding. That's fine. And we need to see what is happening here. The door is fine also. Okay, so it will be another proxy here for this side of the room. So I cannot just go on this way, but I could go on this way to arrive to this room. And also I have the proxies here to go to the top. So I need to remove this one, but the thing is now I'm using the mirror, and that's why it's duplicating 4 times this wall. This is not being in use. Okay. So let's continue with this proxies. No, stairs, chimney. Let's hide it. Okay, so we have here the stairs. This wall will be closed. This one will not be here at all. And exactly same here, symmetric. So this one will be the wall and not this. And I will put here another stairs to this direction to arrive here. I will put later when I'm just improving about them. Maybe creating some here to close this, I don't know, or just sticks. I don't know. I need to check maybe other houses that I can just reduplicate this, and then taking this room and the chimney that I'm planning to do here, and then you have 2 of them. So in that case I will also do a small 2 chimneys on the top for the second floor. Another thing is that I have seen is about the process that I'm using as terrain. This one. For this area is fine, but if we are just checking about the roof floor to see that you see that this is for the corridor, which is fine, it's just matching with the stone. But for this first floor I need to create also another proxy to be higher for that. So I'm just duplicating this and then moving to match the real the real floor. avoid matching, and then reducing on X. And we have even this small effect to the step here when you are just crossing the door, the internal doors. Fine. 8 here. Okay, the process will be nicer for the floor. And then remove this. So we have more or less all the internal structure that we are just creating here. Oh, I forgot that we can use even more space in this one. Okay. So we can move to this one. I didn't know about this name, but just 21, 22, and this is of course the shortest day here, which we are really struggling with this, because it's like waking up and then the sunrise is starting around 10 AM in the morning, but we have already sunset around 3 PM. So we are aware that the days are shorter, so after this 21st day the days will be starting way longer, which is really much needed, because having like 4 or 5 hours of light here is not really a lot. Yeah, it's not really a lot. Okay. So I could just move this area even. Okay, so I can just move G, E. So we can even create something like that. And we have more space here. Because the problem is that I need to have at least some space when on the top. So I don't think there is a holiday here for Saturday, but there is also for summer solstice. So on 23rd, you have a few days like kind of holidays here, but not during the winter. Okay, so we'll be better like that. Yes, and I will do the same. These stairs I will do here for this second room. So we'll have like one building here and second building, so second flat or people living here, and sharing all those space. And I could even create a wall here, and then I can move the room there. In that case will be easier. No, that's fine, that's fine. Another wall. I want to create here a wall. So I need to cut this, being more or less like that. I need to be matching with these three. This is the one matching. Yeah, exactly. Of course, we have also winter and summer, where the time is moving and you don't have exactly the same time all the year. But yeah, definitely there's something strange initially. But for example, there are some places like if you are in the middle, close to, for example, Canary Island, or you are going to Brazil, things like that. But you have some places where they have exactly the same time the whole year. So like waking up and the sunrise is around 6 AM and sunset is 6 PM every single day of the year. You know, this is really a big change. Yeah. So we have here another wall. that I'm just using for blocking kind of storage here. And this is a room that is going on this way, going to this door, and then just crossing, and it's exactly same here, but they're giving this option to right here, and then having this in fact I could just create like a door here, or no, maybe this one. So having this one as a storage for this house, so I'm kind of duplicating everything, both sides. I tried to focus on the first floor initially, and then move to the second one. Really taking really long. Okay, finally. So the idea is for that side. Oh, thank you very much. Hosting. Thank you, Guillem. So let's say that this small area will be for kind of storage. I need to complete this. So this one will be for storage here. This kind of people living in this area, this house. So this will be like this wall is not here, and then you have also this door, and then to go on this way, things like that. But you are going on this one. Let's say you are coming from this door, which is your side of the house. Go on this, not this way. Going here, opening this door, you go inside, and then you have already here your room, or the space here to continue for the stairs. So you're right to your second floor for your house. So you have two completely different houses with two different sides of access for that. That's why I was creating this. Okay, looks fine. Having some storage space. I need to put also here the doors. I'm just checking about the walls, because I would like to already apply this modifier for the walls, so it will be easier just to finish all the things that I'm just trying to do, instead of having this everything strange duplicate. And I will create later, for example here for the rooms, I will create manually for them, because it needs to be not exactly the same. What's strange? I mean, I don't have any plans, so I'm just trying to create something from my head, but giving like small area for storage, small rooms, and a few access for example the stairs going to the second floor, and that's why I'm creating something small. So supposed to be, for example, in this area you have here the fire, you have also, for example, kind of kitchen here, and some place to sit with tables, and then you right to the second floor. Supposed to be you are having here, and you have also maybe a chimney, a small one, and you have here like beds for sleeping, even having like a couple of rooms. So you can just create a wall here, so you have a couple of rooms already, things like that. So yeah, there are a few of them. For example, this one is completely empty. I mean, it's just empty room. For example, this one is just for cows and things like that. It's a bit different, so you have more space. Or for example, you are going to this one, you have like this is the space arriving here, and then you have like two small rooms, one maybe for the bed, another one small room for storage here, and then the doors coming from both sides. Or yeah, any other building that you have, this one is also small, so it's nothing. This one have also first room here, go there for small room in this area. Let me do this unlit probably, it's easier to see. Yeah, so go this way, and if you go to the second floor, you arrive to this room. Oops. And you have also like a small corridor here to right to the second room here with some space. This is for example another one, and this is also almost the same, so you have like 2 rooms and some central space with the stairs, another room here, and 2 small storage on this side that you can have, and setting also the windows. Well, the thing is that the buildings are just a mess, so there is just only one single mess, but the doors are blueprints that they have already features that they are just managing, for example closing, opening, the sounds for them, and rotating the model and things like that. So I'm using for example windows and doors, they are already blueprints, so they are components, and the static mesh is just only one completely different component here, as you see. So I have like the static mesh, and I have them the doors, windows, and after that I will also add for example the decals, and in case that I need for example some boss collision to detect for example the rooms, I will have also things like that. So that's why I'm doing like a blueprint for one single house, because also this is coming from building BP, which is a base class for buildings, where you are controlling for example the sound and the lighting and things like that, or for example locking all the doors, or opening all the doors, things like this. So it's like a code for managing a building on the things that can be done, like for example opening windows or doors, or controlling the lighting inside when you are just going inside, outside, and controlling also the sound. So you are going inside, you cannot hear so much for example the birds outside, things like that. So a building is also like a wall component that is managing a few things, not only like doors, and that's all. So at the moment for CSMS I don't have even roof, but they have a lot of code, a lot of things to do, like for example checking about doors or closing them, opening when you have for example some missions, things like that, or closing during nights, things like that, that you are just controlling with this big blueprint for all of them. So yeah, this is not just like a model and that's all. Yeah, so that's why I'm all the time just testing for walking, all the proxies are going well, I can move all around, because usually you just have like a fake houses with just big box, and you don't really need to think about how is the interior, controlling if you have enough space or not. You can just rotate, move, open, close, and things like that. So this is like making a building. I can take like, I don't know, a couple of hours if it's just the structure being outside, but it takes to me like 10 or 12 hours to create a building where you can just go inside, walking, open, close all the doors, windows, and things like that. So yeah, this takes much more time. For example, being able to be to the top or things like this, it takes really longer than just being box. That's all. So that's why, and also thinking about how big should be. For example, for a real house that is something really small, so you don't have much space, so you are not creating. It's so expensive. For example, create with all the wooden parts, all the stones. So you are not creating like 100 meter square house just by default. So you are trying to create as much as possible, and that's the way that everything is kind of small and not really having a lot of space. And also we have hundreds of furniture right now, but before that time they have just table, bed, and almost everything. So for example, one of them that is being quite typical that I have found a lot of times is this one. Buildings, houses, this one, which is also a building that I have been using. So in that case, what you have is just one single room with both of them, both sides. You can go there. One single room where you put there in the middle of the fire, and one small storage room, and that's all. so they don't have more room building and things like that. This is quite typical and was used almost always for peasants. So this is a typical house that they have only 1 or 2 rooms and that's all. And everything was there, all the furniture, the kitchen, the fire, the bed and everything like that was in one single room. So now it's much more complex, but this house that I was just creating, it needs to be something bigger, more rooms, more space, more storage and things like that, because supposed to be this is the manor, so it's like a more rich people in this town, so supposed to be the house is bigger and maybe more decorative around, you know, things like that. So that's why I'm creating something bigger, 2 floors, and also for example having here a chimney in the middle and not just having a fire in the middle for really poor people. So that's why it's creating something bigger. Even during this time, 13th century, some of them already they have like small castle with made on stone with a couple of towers or maybe one single tower, so something like small castle, which means depends on the money that they have, but they are not having like a peasant house, you know. So that's why I'm trying to create something nicer. Will be also on the decals and maybe I could just even put some decoration on the walls, I don't know, things like that. For example, they are using this one for really cheap houses, but they are using already this one which is also wooden for better roofs, things like that. So I'm just creating better house, and the main problem with all the references that you can find hundreds of castles and king's furniture and king's houses and everything about the king. But yeah, I'm planning to do later, but at the moment what I need is just peasants all around, and this is not the same also. They are not made on stones, all of them, you know. It's just fine for fantasy like Skyrim, things like that, that's fine, but yeah, no, not like that. The main thing was that the metal things are really expensive, which means it's hard to create tools or having a lot of tools, for example like picking stone. So that's why they were using also wooden, which is lighter to transport manually at this time. And in the next maybe 200 or 300 years, they improve a lot about the tools. So they have better tools and they have everything better because they can just build faster and easier. But at this time, they are using more or less just things like that. Even you can find old ones that they were using like stone or round. So for example, one of the walls is just one stone, or even the terrain, to avoid creating one single wall, you know. So this is something that was really expensive to create a house at this time. So yeah, that's why I'm creating something really small, hard to walk around, and I need to create all those proxies. I'm not like a fantasy like Skyrim or Dark Souls, 100 meters square or 200 meters square without even one single column at this time. And yeah, and everything on stone, and that's all, so you don't need to be worried about anything. So using a few columns also, this is not realistic at all, and this is fine because it's just fantasy again, but I'm trying to do my game being realistic. So I'm just trying to create the same material, the same size and the same kind of buildings that I could just find as reference. So yeah, that's creating a bit harder, but at the same time I think looks fine altogether, like really feeling in a small town and not feeling like a Skyrim fantasy place, I think. So next thing is creating maybe proxies for all of them, or applying okay, I think I will do like that. Select both faces, this, and then just by selection, okay, so in that case I will just apply this mirror. So delete this, I will just merge later with them. So we have something like that. That's the thing that I was trying to do. And also we need to have here the wall, which is coming from Mm, mm. We have also the same problem here. I see. So P by selection, and I can just apply for this and merge with this one. So I will just join them, and I can just delete, for example, the one that is not being used. This and this faces, and also this and this. So it's much clearer the way that the house is being done. So you have this space here going there, and then you have the stairs, this room, and the second floor is also your room paying over you. And this is same here with this small storage. And the only thing I need to do is just close this one. But for that, what I need is just creating this. I think I need to create here like a wall. So this is something. No. By the way, I have face here that I don't need. So delete this face. What I need to create is this one. Let me see. Extrude. What I need to create is just going to the center. Just 0 here. And do the same, like P selection, and then creating this mirror apply, and then joining with this to have only one single another thing. Yeah, exactly. They were using only wooden, and the only thing that they were using was the base main, for a few reasons. First of them is just supporting better the weight of them, and also avoiding, for example, being wet all the time, which is just breaking the wooden part quite easy. So just to avoid this small thing, they have like a 20 centimeters, which is just one single row of stones to be the base of the house. But even like that, for example, this house that I was just showing here, you have these small stones, which is only for the base, but this is only base around. As you see, this is only around and not really being on the whole house. So it's just the base around. You have first row of stones, and over that you put your house completely. So this is something really like a few stones that you can do kind of manually, and that's all. Well, in that case it's so square because of course just Blender, it's a game, but they will just put in like a row of stones and then put over this the building, and that's all. So you don't have the completely wall base or basements on stones. So it's just really small thing. For example, this one I was creating without it, so it's just wooden on the button, but this one also has the same like a one row around with the stones, and that's all. So they are not really using stone all around, but only one single row where to put the wooden part, just to avoid being wet on the floor, or just falling down, because the wooden part will be maybe moving or just breaking. So they keep this small thing, and sometimes this is the only part that you can find from the past or even on pictures, this first line of stones, and that's all, of course. And that's the main problem. We don't have any single reference about this kind of houses, so I'm just doing from pictures that I have found on some books from the time, things like that. Yeah, but this is hard to find them. So using this, what we need to do is remove this one, place this here, and remove this one also. And this is the way for our building. Manor. Yeah, exactly. This only the only thing that you can find good reference on all the buildings that we have already is the one made on stones, which is just the castles mainly for the king, and that's all. So we don't have more buildings from this time. If you have something is from the 15th century, 16th century, and going there, which seems not being so important for maybe 200 years, 300 years, but it's completely changing uh, the buildings and the towns and things like that completely. Even the cities, as we know right now, were starting also about this time when they create this castle and they put all the uh, buildings inside, so creating like cities. Even before like that, you have few buildings around and not really having like cities. So this is something that is really changing a lot of things. So this is the main idea. You take this corridor here, take this door, go inside, and you have here this space. This one for going to top, or you can just go here. Sorry, going here to the room that you have with the supposed to be chimney here. Of course, this one need to be closed, everything. And this is your room, and then you can go to the top, which is just going to another room. I need to create walls here, but that's exactly the same. Oops. Okay, so if I'm going outside from this side, I have also like small storage here. If I'm going to the another side of the building, I will have exactly the same. So one of them will be the storage here that you have. This is just storage, and this one will be the corridor for accessing to the building. I'm missing here the door. Okay, you are just going on this way, and this is exactly the same. You have here a room with a chimney, which could be the kitchen, and I will just add here the stairs going to the second floor. I was even thinking to put there, yeah, it's not enough. So I was thinking to put them on this side, but this is not enough. And the problem is about the windows. You cannot put on this way because you are just covering the windows. If you are putting that way, you don't have enough space, so you arrive into this wall before you arrive to the top. And that's the problem. Well, if we are doing on this way and we can move, we could move, and then you have a small space here. Okay, I can think about maybe moving to this one, to this area, but in that case, no way, because here we have a bit more space to the roof, to the second floor, that we are using to arrive to the second floor here. See, this on this point just finishing the first floor. Yeah, so this is the way to have the stairs. This is exactly the place to use this one. Arrive to the second floor, and on the top I will just put the beds and things like that. Let's continue. We have already, okay, how it should be, at least. So this is the building already. This is a chimney, the walls that we have. Second floor. What more will we need? Adding a few proxies. We can add a few proxies. Not this, not this. This one, for example. Oops. So create another one. We will move on this direction to create here the one for this side. Let me check also the wooden part. I will leave a bit of space, otherwise I have problem with the door, and you cannot see much with this. So I hope this one is enough. 9. Let me see all the proxies that we have already. So this one, we can't really use this for all of them. Yeah. And we can even extend a bit more to cover also the chimney, which is already not being able to be just in front, so that's fine. This proxy, this is 10 already, so we can see the proxies here. I think we need also to extend this to the top, or just create a new one being longer. Yeah, I will create a new one. On E should be 0, so it is not upgrade. Now it is, and then scale on E just to cover the wall. So we have at least one of the size here. You cannot jump, so I'm not just creating here a new proxy for this small area. I'm not having here, for example, the roof. So that's fine, just going there. And then this is the second floor. You have here the proxies for I'm missing both of them. So I just duplicate them, and I will rotate from center 3D cursor. So for that I will just put center, and what I do is just rotating on theta 180, and we'll be just matching here. Fine. And what I need to do is just duplicate them on the right and left. So for that I will just duplicate this, and I'm moving on X. I hope it's going well. No, something is not going well. Apply rotation location just in case. Yeah, maybe this is the problem. I was just trying to rotate or move where this is not the right. Okay, this one and this. So if I'm duplicating this, and now I'm just doing the, okay, now it's this X. Perfect, now it is. And then take this one, duplicate again, and then take all of them, and then moving on X, just the opposite one we have ready. And I will just select both of them, duplicate, and this case rotate again 180, and we have already all of them for all the doors that we have. We need to rename all of them. So this 11 here, 12, 13. I need to create maybe a small code on Python to rename all the proxies properly. This is not hard to do that. 16 and 17. Well, what more? We need to duplicate this, this, and this, and also this one and this one. So we need to duplicate all of them. Duplicate and then rotate on theta 180. We have everything already done. And what more? This one. duplicate, and also the same. Okay, what more? The the front is not here, and also we are missing the proxy for the second floor. So system 18 19 20 proxies already, 21. Hello everyone, welcome. This week I have been working on this new area. This is a new area for the manor house and all the buildings that are being in this manor area. It's just continuing from the game, the one that we have already. So it's out of the town already. So you see there where is the town, and this is just going this path, having to this area. So what I have been creating already is the stables for animals here, and I was creating also a small variant for this granary that is coming from one house that I have. I was creating also the fence here, and I'm working already on the manor house, which is a big one, and have a few more doors, windows, and things like that. So I'm working on it. As you see, it's still not working, not finished, and I have been doing for 2 sessions already, so I will just continue working on it today, and I don't think that we can finish this one in a couple of hours. So I will be also working more days until I finish, because it's a bit big and you need to recreate everything inside, so it's not so easy to do as just being a model being outside. Also, for example, creating all the stairs or the proxies that they have, it takes a bit of time. So I will just continue what I was doing yesterday. I was just already creating here the doors and corridor, and then creating a few of the proxies here. So I was even trying, the last thing that I was just trying to do is creating stairs where you can just have access to the second floor. For that, what I need to have is a couple of them. So this is something that I was just trying to find where is the right place, because for example here, as you see, what I was just planning is to create maybe a room here, another room here, and put in the middle the chimney, which is taking most of the space. So that's why it's not easy to put or locate the stairs, giving just some space in the first floor to arrive there. And I'm missing here just a wall, and just also giving space on the second floor that you can just need space to arrive there. So I was just trying to find the right place to do that, but at the same time I would like to keep this one closed as the window. So maybe one of the things is just creating here a wall, put here the chimney, and then another wall here, and creating a couple of them to be to the second floor. Good morning, second Dev. Welcome. Oops, I forgot about music. You are coming today on time. It's just the first one coming, I think. So what I'm trying to do, I was just finishing yesterday to just arrive at the last minute. Is finding the way where to put the stairs to the second floor, so all the steps, and also keeping like relative easy to be the room. So the main thing is here in the middle I need to put the chimney that I'm just planning to put, and then it needs to be access for both of them. So I was thinking that create something here in the middle, and then create maybe here a wall, So this square is being busy, and then another small wall here, and do exactly the same. But I need to have at least some space to go in this room with the chimney. So it's just when I'm trying to find where to put the stairs, giving some space on the first floor to arrive there, and also giving some space on the second floor, so you are just not arriving to the wall and having a small place to just to rotate when you are walking. And the thing is, I need to have like around 1 meter to have these collisions working well, because the capsule is 45 centimeters, so at least 1 meter. And what I have is 4 meters here, more or less, I think. So that's why it's taking a bit of space, and no, even more. I think it's 6 meters here, or I don't remember. I was just doing on Blender. So that's why I'm trying to find a place that is going well. I don't know exactly. So I will add maybe walls at the moment, and then creating also the chimney, or at least the space that is being used by this chimney, to try to figure out better how to put those stairs. At the moment I really don't know that. So I will, this is the stairs that we have. I will create maybe a group for them, so I can just move them later. There's the stair here. Moment. So I will create a group, new group, stairs, until I have already the right place to be. So select all of them. This is the proxy for the stairs. Also this one, Control G, and group stairs. So let's say I can just do that, like remove them and select all of them. I think, yes, I can select this one. I have them also here being selected, and I can just move. So this is something that I'm trying to do. Easy to move all the products. Have also another wall, and the last thing that we are missing is the roof. I mean the floor on the second floor need to be matching also with the proxy. So for that I will use this with this this one, duplicate, and just moving here to match with another roof. So this is the floor. No. What is the floor? Because I think I'm just having the. Let's hide the walls. And G on theta. I think. Which one is the? Okay. I think this one is. Really not sure. I'm really not sure about the floor. Because this is something that you can see very well. So let's try to hide a few things. Okay, now we see which one is. And we can move G, theta, a bit like that. And then, what's the size? GE? No, scale on E. So we can increase to the roof here. Perfect. The only thing, of course, we need to create like kind of holes here, otherwise we cannot go on the second floor. We don't have this hole for that, so maybe I can create already. We are just moving, and then let me see the stairs. The stairs here. And then from the button, so I need to adjust this one, so we have this space, and we need to create a small one here also. For that case, I think I will need to use exactly the same another size, so just to be matching both of them I will scale on X, and this is matching both of them because they have exactly the same size. Another thing that we need to do is creating a small one here, otherwise we are just driving and falling down, and then create a big one coming to this area. So duplicate this and then just moving, scale on X, reducing something like that. Let's move to this point. So this is another proxy. What we need to do is just reduce here to be maybe here. We can see also about the size of that could be fine. We need to create another one in this small square. So let's move there. SE scale. Creating something like that. We need to check also about the last proxy. This is the last proxy, I think. So just to be sure, we can do that. And now we can duplicate this and this. No, not this one. Only both of them. Duplicate and rotate. So duplicate and then rotate to the theta axis. So rotate 180. We have exactly the same, but the next stairs that we are planning to have here. So now I think we have all the proxies that we need in the building, not counting on maybe rooms that I'm creating later inside here. I need to create, and also for the chimney on the top. So just for testing, we have all of them. Let me just rename some of them. 22, this is 23, 24, 25. Almost I forgot about this, sorry. My fault. And I was just hiding this area for the keys in case that someone is interested. 27, 28. So we have already almost 30 proxies. 30 and 31 for something so simple. Well, not so simple, I mean it's a house, but 30 proxies paying everything almost square and symmetric. I want to walk all around. Re-import. Nothing. Okay. We should be able even to go to the second floor. Finish those doors. So this one is closed. This is the one that we have been modifying, but still not enough. So if I'm just jumping, for some reason I can see running. So I should probably increase even more this proxy. If I'm doing it that way, it's fine. not this one. So I have increased one of them but not another one. So that's strange. Okay. So we go this way, everything have been closed here. Just testing for the proxy, so I'm just walking all around. That's fine. And what I need to do now is going to the another side here. So go to this door, come here. I have also the room. I have this proxy. Okay, let's go to the top. Well, I need to of course cut here also the model, but fine. So I arrive to this point and should be able to walk around. Well, the roof seems to me too close, being honest. This is being really close to me, on my face. And this one need to be falling down here. That's fine. So what about this roof? I think I have the same problem. Even I'm matching here for Jesus. So we need to change a lot of things in the model again, just to increase all the proxies and also the roof. It's too close, really. It's too close. It's 1 meter, so I have problem with the cooling. As you see, this is a big problem. So I need to increase the roof. Well, in that case is fine. So the difference is between this small proxy here and here. So this is not a big difference. But anyway, even like not just having problem with the cooling, but it's also too close really to be at this space. So yeah, I need to increase the size of the roof in the building. Maybe like 250 could be fine. I will do this one out of the camera, no worries. It takes really a lot of time just moving things. So I will just move them. Everything that needs to be moved to be a bit higher. That's my fault. But yeah, more or less that's the building that I was just trying to do. So we have all the proxy, you have already the space for them, you have the stairs, you have the second floor, which is not finished, and you have a room here in the middle. Of course I need to work on the chimney, and you have the storage space here. I need to create here the doors and also the wooden part here that I don't have yet, and windows for first and second floor. Let's go to the top, not this direction. Just to go there. Okay, so we have already windows here. Of course, no roof on this part, but this is what you can see from your house and the town there. I need to add also grass, trees, a fence, and even more buildings also all around. So I think I will cut the floor on the second floor. The proxies, we can just remove them. Walls, and I can merge both of them. Join, that's fine. Roof floor here. That's the one that we need. I'm just taking proxies as reference. I can just take it, or just the stairs. That's fine. So having the stairs, you see from the top, you see the this, which is just trying to do. I need to be cutting down here, having this small square, as a hole for the second floor. So this one and this one need to be cut. I can just remove the walls at the moment. So this and this, both of them need to be cut in here. So first one, okay, and then from the top I will just try to adjust this one. So this is scale on X. This is one that I'm just cutting here, or a bit less maybe. I can just put later like a wooden part all around, so it will be smaller. And then we need to cut again here and here. So for that I will create maybe 4. Yeah. So I will take this and this, and I will do also the same like scale on E and just moving to be matching with this. I think you can just move later, and I taking this one and also doing the same scale on E. So this is just moving on the direction that I'm just planning to. Oh, in that case I'm not sure. I was thinking that I need to cut on this one. Okay, so in that case I will just dissolve edges and create a new error, which is just matching exactly this one. Which means quads. Quads are just faces that are square and not triangles, and box is a surface that you have 6 faces. So the question is not clear. Un quad es una cara que tiene 4 lados, ¿vale? Y un cubo es una superficie que tiene 6 caras. Entonces, ¿cuál es la pregunta exactamente? So that's what I was creating. Face. Yeah, at the moment I'm using trying to do, because it's much easier, for example, when you are dividing. Okay, so when you are just subdividing is fine, but when you are creating, for example, for the UV final UV, it's much easier, for example, not having triangles but having less faces. So in that case, what I'm doing is just merging, for example, these vertices with this one and this one also here and this here, things like that. So I'm removing a lot of edges that I have right now, but it's much easier just to cut in things, or this is the easiest way to do when you have just plain squares. So that's why I'm using this. In that case, what I need is I will do exactly the same here. So what I need is creating, I think, the same. So that's why I'm keeping at the moment everything as square quads, which is easier, as you see, like cutting and things like that. Otherwise, if I have a triangle, it's just going on this way, and this is not so easy. So the easiest way is just creating that, but I will remove later because you don't need like a lot of faces like that. So scale on E should be moving to this point, and the faces that I need to remove are this one and what is this face already? Hello, I need to create again this. Okay, so yeah, I'm doing a lot of cuts right now, but later I'm just really removing a lot of them. Scale on X, just moving to match with this. And the main faces, we need to delete this and this faces. So we have already to see the hole here. As you see, all those faces can be just removed, a lot of them, so I will have like a 6 triangles from this area, but at the moment just easy to have all those cuts and they're just matching very well. And after that, removing everything I not really need it. In fact, I can just create like one triangle here, another one here, and maybe 3 on this case. Yeah, I'm just doing something like that later. Sí, claro, uso un plano solamente porque solo necesito una cara. Por ejemplo, aquí no necesito pintar estas caras porque estas caras van dentro de la estructura de madera, por decirlo así. Van dentro de las paredes. Entonces, ¿para qué voy a pintar 1, 2, 3, 4 caras, 5, 6, 7, aquí 10 caras, que además cada cara son 2 triángulos? Son 20 triángulos que pinto o voy a pintar que no necesito, realmente no necesito. Entonces, todo lo que no se ve lo quito. Incluso, pues si habéis visto la madera, por ejemplo, fíjate que estos de aquí no están, estas caras no están. ¿Por qué? Pues porque estoy aquí abajo, nunca puedo ver esa cara como jugador. Estas, ¿por qué se quitan? Porque aquí va el muro. Estas de aquí no tienen, abajo no tienen muchas caras aquí abajo porque no hacen falta, ¿entiendes? Todas esas caras que no se van a ver, las quito, las he borrado, ¿entiendes? Estas, por ejemplo, ¿ves? Aquí va el techo, todas estas caras no las vas a ver, todas esas las puedes borrar tranquilamente, que no pasa nada. No es un gran problema, o sea, más o menos triángulos no es una cosa que de verdad te impacte mucho en el juego. Lo que pasa es que si no hacen falta, no hacen falta, las puedes borrar tranquilamente porque no las vas a ver nunca. Nunca vas a estar en una posición en la que la cara en esa normal sea, ¿entiendes? No, nunca lo vas a poder ver. Entonces, bueno, yo lo que hago es todo el tiempo estoy borrando caras, borrando cosas que no se ven, borrando, ¿entiendes? Que no hacen falta. Al final los modelos tienen, no sé, la mitad de lo que tendrían en otro caso, que tampoco pasa nada porque las casas aquí, por ejemplo, tengo casas, cosas así. Este, por ejemplo, de aquí tiene, ¿dónde están las caras? 1000 triángulos. Lo ves aquí, ¿no? Lo pone aquí en la pantalla. 1000 triángulos esta casa entera. Pero esta otra casa, por ejemplo, tiene 2600 triángulos, que tampoco es una exageración, pero, ¿entiendes? La casa esta que estamos haciendo de momento tiene 1500 triángulos, o sea que tampoco son 100.000 ni 50.000 ni nada de eso, son muy pocos realmente, muy pocos. Pues si yo miro, por ejemplo, no sé, esta pequeña estructura que hice aquí, o una mesa, una silla o así, puedo tener fácilmente 800 triángulos. Que una casa de ese tamaño tenga 1500 triángulos prácticamente es nada. Por eso lo digo, cuando voy a hacer la UBI borro un montón de cosas porque es que es molestar simplemente más que realmente ayudar. Pasa que de momento, mientras hago todos los cortes, pues sí, es lo que hago, que los mantengo. El PJ, ¿qué son los PJ? No sé lo que es PJ. Poly Join, no sé lo que es. Drocals, no sé lo que es el PJ. Personajes, los personajes o qué, no lo sé. Los personajes tienen una 30.000 me parece o algo así, o quizás menos. O 10.000, a mirarlo. No tienen muchos. De todos modos, ya te digo que son placeholders, los voy a reemplazar, seguro, todos. O sea que me preocupa un poco, la verdad, lo que tienen. Pero, por ejemplo, que es el personaje principal, mail. Este es el mes. 38.000 tiene, por ejemplo, aquí, ¿no? 38.000 tienen. En mi caso es que los NPCs y el player son exactamente igual porque tienen la opción de cambiar el player, o sea, no en cualquier momento. Puedes elegir cualquiera de todos los modelos que hay y si eliges ese modelo, ese no sale en ningún NPC, ¿entiendes? Y todos los NPCs son iguales, todos tienen las mismas animaciones, todos tienen el mismo controlador de, por ejemplo, de animaciones, el mismo AnimVP y todos iguales. Entonces, puedes elegir cualquiera que todos funcionan. Pero bueno, en este caso les digo, son 38.000, pero que da igual porque no los voy a usar. No voy a usar esos personajes porque lógicamente son bastante cutres, no son de la época y no parecen en nada. Pero de momento, placeholder, puedo seguir usándolos y puedo seguir avanzando en el juego. Por eso, cosas que no voy a mantener, no me esfuerzo mucho, la verdad. O por ejemplo, como habrás visto, el personaje hay un montón duplicado. Ya está, con tener 3 o 4, suficiente. No hay tampoco. Blend 6 de las animaciones, ¿te refieres? Animaciones. Si yo elijo esta, aquí te fijas, tiene una curva. Uso estas curvas para hacer estas curvas las utilizo para hacer el matching entre las piernas, para saber por qué frame va la carrera, por ejemplo, para hacer el matching con el caminar. En el caso de que amigo, ¿dónde estoy? Vamos a ver. Si estás caminando, cuando paso a correr, uso esa curva para saber qué pierna es por la que vas y moverlo en su momento. Entonces uso los Hanging Curves, que son parecidos a los Blend Space, pero aparte de eso, si te vas en el State Machine, lógicamente aquí en el Wall, por ejemplo, tienes que se coge de las curvas, el valor de la curva en este caso para hacer el matching, y empieza la animación a partir de la posición que hace el matching con la curva. Aparte de eso, lógicamente, en este caso este Wall, tienes ¿dónde está? Aquí. Esta transición tiene también un blend settings, o sea, tiene un blending entre animaciones. Pero aparte de eso, yo manualmente uso los Hanging Curve para manejar dónde empieza la animación y así sincronizar las piernas de correr o andar a la posición por la que iba, en vez de hacer el play de la animación desde el principio, ¿vale? Supongo que era eso lo que preguntabas. Los proxies, nada, es lo más aburrido quizás, hacer proxy, que es rellenarlo todo de cuadrados alrededor, tampoco que sea muy apasionante, pero hay que hacerlo, ¿no? Ah, bueno, sí, eso también lo puedes hacer. Yo lo que he hecho es que los personajes son distintos, son realmente distintos, y lo que hago es que les hago el retargeting, entonces los duplico. Melanin BP, ¿qué pasa aquí? Warning. Ah, sí, bueno, ya, sí. Sí, lo que hago es que los personajes son iguales, pero en realidad yo tengo, o sea, quiero decir, mail 1, mail 2, mail 3. En realidad lo que he hecho ha sido un retargeting de todas las animaciones para que haga el matching con ese. Entonces, si yo por ejemplo abro este, si te fijas aquí, lo que es el retargeting, tienes bueno, el Hanging Curve, no son estas. ¿Dónde está esto? El esqueleto, aquí. Y entonces yo lo que tengo aquí es el Retarget Manager, que ya lo he configurado con la posición para poder hacer retargeting de este mismo en todo. Si te fijas aquí en el Skeleton Tree y luego yo le doy a Retargeting Options, pues yo los tengo lógicamente aquí configurados para que este Skeleton me haga el matching con los otros y así me valen todas las animaciones. Pero bueno, pero funcionan correctamente en este mesh. Entonces puedo cambiar los meses, le hago el retargeting y reuso todas las animaciones que tiene. O sea que los proxies no cuentan, porque los proxies no se pintan, ¿vale? ¿Me explico? O sea, un proxy te cuenta como un proxy que te utiliza para la colisión. Es decir, los proxies sí que es verdad que hay que usar cubos, círculos, cilindros, esferas, lo mínimo, porque esos sí cuentan a la hora de calcular el área con el que tú haces el matching de la colisión, ¿vale? Pero no se pintan. Es decir, esas caras no se pintan. Por eso, si te has fijado, todos mis proxies son cubos, porque es más fácil el cálculo de una que ya está generado, que por eso se llama aquí VX o UCX o lo que sea, porque son una figura ya geométrica en la que se utiliza, y ese cálculo del proxy es muy fácil, ¿vale? Pero no se pintan. Entonces, como no se pintan, no quito polígonos ni caras de ahí porque no se pintan. Lo que quiero es tener un objeto que ya es conocido, es decir, la esfera, el cubo o lo que sea, porque eso tiene ya un algoritmo específico para eso sin tener realmente que recalcular todo. Por ejemplo, piensa en la esfera, ¿cuál es cómo se calcula una colisión con una esfera? Pues simplemente se calcula el radio. Entonces, si la distancia del objeto al centro de la esfera es menor que ese radio, ¿entiendes? Hay colisión, ya está. No se calcula el área de toda la esfera, ¿me explico? Pero si tú tienes una cosa que no es ni cuadrada, ni esfera, ni nada de eso, no puedes utilizar algoritmos, digamos, optimizados como eso, utilizando el radio de una esfera, o el punto medio de un cubo, o el cubo AB. Entonces no se puede utilizar nada de eso. Entonces tienes que realmente recalcularle el área para ver si colisiona o no. Y eso tiene pues mayor coste. Entonces lo suyo es usar esferas, círculos y cilindros, que ya está calculado para no tener que hacerlo. Pero no se pintan. Entonces los proxies que hay aquí, que no sé cuántos hay, pues si lo que decimos, si hay... ¿cuántos proxies hay ya? 30 proxies por 6 caras serían 180 caras por 2 triángulos, serían 360 triángulos. no cuentan, no se pintan y no me aparecen estos 300 triángulos, no cuentan en este objeto porque no se van a pintar, no cuentan nunca. Entonces lo único es tener eso, objetos que son primitivos, que lo que significa es que tienen un algoritmo específico para calcular la colisión. Esa es la cosa. Pero digo que no cuentan en el número de polígonos ni se pintan, no los verás nunca, vamos. What more we need? The stairs. We need to duplicate the stairs, but we have already everything. Do we have this? Export, export, export. Re-import. Really slow. Finally. Let's go to the top. I should be able to go there already. Yeah, the only thing is just having the sticks here, but don't worry about this. Also, we need to create something nicer here with the wooden ground. And maybe like a small fence here, so you're not falling down. But as you see, this is matching also with the proxy. So we have already, while missing the walls on the top. Probably I can just create a wall here. This is just matching for both of them. I'm creating the chimney in the middle. So que claro, tienes que... Sí, yo creo los proxies yo, no permito que se cree él solo porque si no, ¿sabes lo que me pasaría en el caso de una casa? Que me crea un cubo gigante en el que cubre toda la casa. ¿Me explico? Y no puedo entrar, no se puede entrar, por eso tengo que hacer todos los proxies por pared. So we have already second floor, we have the stairs. Of course we need to fix all the things with these sticks, but when I'm just applying the final one, we need to work on the chimney. I need to readjust the roof because it's so small, really big. Only 2 meters is not enough, so it's 250 at least I think. I need to move a bit all of them. Let's add a few doors. I have still 10 minutes, not much, but doors that we are missing is one on this side. I also need to create increase the proxy here for which one? This is one of them, I don't remember which one. So I will just increase both of them. Maybe this one. I see this one is smaller. Yeah, should be enough at this time. And I will just add the door that I'm missing. So door 1, which is located here, and door 2, which is this. Door 3, this is the one that being inside. I will just duplicate this. So Control W. Door 4. Moving this direction and then rotating also. Okay, we'll just rotate. 100. minus 90, and then moving to adjusting to this side for the building. So we have here a door, another door. What more what we need? This door here, missing the doors outside. So I will duplicate the door one. Control W. And what I need to do is just moving but also rotating, because this one is going on the opposite one. Then moving too much here. Those models for the outer doors, I need to create something custom, but that's fine. It's easy to create this. And also like the idea to create like custom doors, having more variations and not being all things exactly the same. So this is door 5, 6, door 5, and then we need to create also the, I can just reuse the same one. W, door 6, and the only thing that I need to do is just this inverted and then just opening on the opposite way. And just adjusting this. Okay, restore. Hello everyone, welcome. This week I have been working on this new area. This is a new area for the manor house and all the buildings that are being in this manor area. It's just continuing from the game, the one that we have already. So it's out of the town already. So you see there where is the town, and this is just going this path, having to this area. So what I have been creating already is the stables for animals here, and I was creating also a small variant for this granary that is coming from one house that I have. I was creating also the fence here, and I'm working already on the manor house, which is a big one, and have a few more doors, windows and things like that. So I'm working on it. As you see, it's still not working, not finished, and I have been doing for 2 sessions already, so I will just continue working on it today, and I don't think that we can finish this one in a couple of hours, so I will be also working more days until I finish, because it's a big and you need to recreate everything inside, so it's not so easy to do as just being a model being outside. Also, for example, creating all the stairs or the proxies that they have, it takes a bit of time. So I will just continue what I was doing yesterday. I was just already creating here the doors and corridor, and then creating a few of the proxies here. So I was even trying, the last thing that I was just trying to do is creating stairs where you can just have access to the second floor. For that, what I need to have is a couple of them. So this is something that I was just trying to find where is the right place, because for example here, as you see, what I was just planning is to create maybe a room here, another room here, and put in the middle the chimney, which is taking most of the space. So that's why it's not easy to put or locate the stairs, giving just some space in the first floor to arrive there. And I'm missing here just a wall, and just also giving space on the second floor that you can just need space to arrive there. So I was just trying to find the right place to do that, but at the same time I would like to keep this one closed as the window. So maybe one of the things is just creating here a wall, put here the chimney, and then another wall here, and creating a couple of them to be to the second floor. Good morning, second Dev. Welcome. Oops, I forgot about music. You are coming today on time. It's just the first one coming, I think. So what I'm trying to do, I was just finishing yesterday to just arrive at the last minute. Is finding the way where to put the stairs to the second floor, so all the steps, and also keeping like relative easy to be the room. So the main thing is here in the middle I need to put the chimney that I'm just planning to put, and then it needs to be access for both of them. So I was thinking that create something here in the middle, and then create maybe here a wall, so this square is being busy, and then another small Hello everyone, welcome. This week I have been working on this new area. This is a new area for